Hello everyone, this is Illuminating Dots. This is a summary of CBSE Class 10 Maths Chapter 3 Exercise 3.2. This exercise is about ratios related to the coefficients of the linear equations. So before starting, if you find this content useful and enjoy learning maths using my skills and logic interesting, then please consider subscribing my channel and do leave a like. So let's begin. Now, most important thing in this chapter is remembering the comparison of the ratios of the coefficients. Now, what are the coefficients? Now, since the chapter is about pair of linear equations, we will have two types of equations. So what will they be? They will be a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0. Now in this case a1, b1, c1, a2, b1, c2, all these are the coefficients, and what we have to do in this exercise is we have to compare the ratios of the coefficients and we have to find something or the other. Now there are three types of things you have to remember. Okay, so for graphical representation there are three cases. The lines when drawn on the graph of the equations, it may be intersecting, they can be coincident, or they can be parallel. Intersecting means they meet at a point, coincident are they are coincidental, and the third is parallel, which are they never meet anywhere. And while comparing the ratios for the algebraic representation, now in that case you will also have three cases for. Okay, so the three cases are unique solution, an infinitely many solution, and no solution. So for this intersecting lines you will have unique solution. For the parallel lines you will have infinitely many solutions, and for parallel lines you will have no solution. Now when are these three cases occurred? So when we compare the ratios, if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, when the ratios are compared and a1 upon a2 is not equals to b1 upon b2, then at that case the lines or the equations will be intersecting lines on the graph and will have a unique solution. And since they have a unique solution, they are called consistent equations, because any two equations which have a particular solution, they are considered to be consistent equations, and the ones which do not are considered to be non-consistent or inconsistent. And okay, so that's the first case. The second case is a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 and is equals to c1 upon c2. So when all the three ratios are similar or equal, we say that the equations will form a coincident line or coincidental line on the graph and will have infinitely many solutions. So that was the second case. Now the third case, when a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 but is not equals to c1 upon c2, then in this case what we get is the equations form a parallel line on the graph, and also they do not have any solution. Any particular solution is not present for these lines because they never meet, and since they never meet, they do not have any common solution. Now okay, so you just have to remember these things. In this case the equations are consistent, and in this case the equations are inconsistent. Why? Because this does not have any solution and this has a solution, and in such case a lot of solutions, infinitely many solutions, as we have written. Now The first question is simple statement question. The second one, it says comparing the ratios, find whether the lines are intersecting, parallel or coincident. So let's solve the first one. Now the question is 5x minus 4y plus 8 is equals to 0 and 7x plus 6y minus 9 is equals to 0. So what we will do is we will just write the numbers, write the ratios. So a1 upon a2 is equals to 5 upon 7 and b1 upon b2 is equals to minus 4 upon 6, which is equals to minus 2 upon 3. Now this is the ratio for the first one, this is the ratio, and since a1 upon a2 is not equals to b1 upon b2, therefore the lines are intersecting. And okay, that's all we have been asked. Now this is the way you have to solve these sums, and just try to follow the same method every time. Don't skip any method, or don't skip any step, or don't try to solve it easily by using shortcuts. You have to write it this way only. The next one, it is the third question. It says find whether the equations are consistent or inconsistent. So you know that whichever lines are intersecting and coincident, their solutions are consistent, and the lines which are parallel, their solutions are inconsistent. So we do not have to solve. I will not solve that. Now fourth one, which of the following pairs are consistent or inconsistent? If consistent, find the solution graphically. So you can do that, no need for me to do. So the fifth one, it is given half the perimeter of a rectangular garden whose length is 4 meter more than its width is 36 meter. Find the dimensions. So we will say breadth is equals to x, or width is equals to x meter, length is equals to y meter. So what we get is, we have been given half perimeter. So perimeter of rectangle by 2 is equals to 36 meters. Therefore perimeter is equals to 72 meter. So here division becomes multiplication, and we got perimeter is equals to 72 meters. Now the second part, it is given length is 4 more than its width. So if we take width is equals to x, then y, that is the length, is equals to x plus 4. So we got this. Now we have been given perimeter, and we also have found the dimensions. So what we will do is, we will write P is equals to 2L plus B, because that's the formula of perimeter of rectangle. Now perimeter is equals to 72 meters, and twice L is x and y is x plus 4. So okay, sorry, L is x plus 4 and breadth is x. Now what we do, we divide 2 from here because it's multiplied there, so it becomes 36 is equals to 2x plus 4. Now we subtract 4, so it becomes 32 is equals to 2x, and we divide 2, so we get 80, we get 16 is equals to x. So we got x is equals to 16, x is equals to 16 meters, and we also know that we took y is equals to x plus 4, that is 16 plus 4, so it becomes 20 meters. So therefore length is equals to 20 meters and the breadth is equals to 16 meters. Now that was the only question. We had to find the dimensions. Now the sixth one. So we have been given a linear equation, that is 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equals to 0, and we have been given 3 sub questions. We have to find another, or we have to form another equation or polynomial which when found the comparison of the ratios, they form intersecting lines, parallel lines and coincident lines. So what we will do is, the first one is we have to find the intersecting lines. So the first part what we will do is, so the number is here, and since it is intersecting lines, their a1 upon a2 will not be equal to b1 upon b2. We know this part. So what we write is, we take an equation such as 4x plus 9y plus 8 or plus 10 is equals to 0. Why did I take this? Because 2 upon 4 is 1 upon 2 and 3 upon 9 is 1 upon 3. So 1 upon 2 is not equals to 1 upon 3. Therefore we are correct. Now the second one, the polynomial equation is 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equals to 0. So yeah, and also remember to write is equals to 0, because it's not a polynomial, it is an equation. So if you do not write this 0 here is equals to 0, then it becomes a polynomial and not an equation, because it's not equated on this side. So second is parallel lines, and we know for parallel lines a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 is equals to c1 upon c2. So we know this. Now what we have to do is, we will form an equation. So it would be 6x plus 9y minus 24 is equals to 0, because 2 upon 6 is equals to 1 upon 3, 3 upon 9 is equals to 1 upon 3, minus 8 upon minus 24 is equals to 1 upon 3. So we got this parallel lines. What we have to do is, okay, so parallel lines, we know that, okay, so the equation was 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equals to 0. So we know that for parallel lines a1 upon a2 is equals to b1 upon b2 but is not equal to c1 upon c2. So what we get is, we write the equation as 4x plus 6y plus 10 is equals to 0, because 2 upon 4 is 1 upon 2, 3 upon 6 is 1 upon 2, but 8 minus 8 upon plus 10 is equals to minus 4 upon 5. So these are equal, but this is not equal, and hence, so this was the one. Now, okay, so that was it for this. Now the last question is also easy. You just have to find the coordinates which satisfy the equations and form a triangle on the graph sheet, and also means the triangle formed by the lines and the x-axis, and you have just to shade the triangular region. So it's easy, you can do it. So this exercise is over now. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can comment below, or you can also mail me. My Gmail account is given in the description. You can check it out, and yeah, thanks for watching.